Hello you guys, my name is Crystal and thank you all for tuning into Chris Codes. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to, and it's free. Notification bell so you notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into the video. Alright you guys, so we're gonna get right into the topic for our makeup and message today. So I feel like I want to talk about this tonight just because this has been reoccurring in my life so often, and I think everybody can relate to this, not just young, old, you know, men, women, everybody can relate to what I'm going to talk about today. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about perspective. So perspective, your mindset, how you view things, that bubble. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into some makeup. We're going to dive deep like normal. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So your mindset or your perspective on things can make or break your day. It can make or break your success and just your drive in general. When I put my mind to something and then I know I'm going to do well in it, 9 times out of 10, that's pretty much what I do. You know, I don't think, oh, it may not work out, or you know what, I shouldn't get my hopes up. Now, sometimes does it end up happening where things don't work out the way you like them to? Yeah, that's life. But if you are already, if in your mind you've already come to copes with the fact that you're not going to be who you want to be, or you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve, then it's only natural for that to take place. It's kind of like when you see that scenario where they talk about glass half empty and glass half full. If you see it half empty, you see it half empty. You know, it's certain ways that people view things. Everybody's different, and that's okay. But I want to talk about this topic because I feel like it's just huge in your mental state, you know what I mean? And I say that because I can so relate to this. I can relate to the feeling of, oh, you know, just assuming that things aren't going to work out the way I want them to, or just assuming that I'm not going to get my way. And I'm the queen of overthinking. I feel like people that know me know that I am the queen of overthinking, and all that does is get me to lose sleep and focus on the what ifs. But if I'm not worrying about it, and if I'm thinking in the state of mind that what's for me is for me, then it's gradually going to happen. And even so, if it doesn't, if you're thinking in the mindset of what's for me is for me, or what God has for me is for me, then whether you get it or not, you know that it's either something better around the corner, or that's not where you should be at that time. Doesn't say perspective is everything. For example, if you're going for this job, it's your dream job, you know you love this job, but it's a lot of other people that may be more qualified than you, who knows, that's going out for this job. And you're just like, you know what, this person has this degree, this person has that degree, this person has been in this field for however long, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to measure up. If you think like that, then you already lost faith. You know what I'm saying? You already lost hope. Now, what I will say is be prepared, you know? Don't overly hype yourself up, you know, but trust that if it's for you, you're going to get it. And if it's not, then be as emotionally stable as you possibly can for if it doesn't go the way you planned. And it's kind of hard to do both things, so I don't want to confuse you all, because you're like, okay, Crystal, are you saying that I need to believe that I'm going to get it and I'm going to get it? Or are you saying that I should prepare myself for the worst? And it's like a toss-up. So what I'm saying, a better way of wording it is believe that you're going to get it. But if you don't, know that it's something better. You know what I mean? Just know that everything for you is for you. So you're going to get what's for you. So there's no reason to dwell on things or to overthink and frustrate yourself, because if it's for you, you're going to get it anyway. Now, that's only one aspect of perspective that I discuss, but it's so many other things I want to talk about, but in that same topic. So let's get into that. Another aspect that I want to touch on is reading into the things that other people say. You know, it's so easy, and I am so guilty of this. When people are saying, like, speaking to you, whether you know them or not, and when we read into things that people are saying, a lot of times they didn't even mean it the way that you interpreted it, or you thought whatever they said was offensive and they didn't mean anything by it. Just a huge misunderstanding. And when I said this happens so often, it happens so often. And to this day, I struggle with this, which is why I want to talk about this too. And even that is all in perspective. If you think that they're blatantly trying to disrespect you or blatantly trying to hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be, then naturally you're going to come out, you're going to be offensive. You're going to be on guard. And like my grandma tells me all the time, you have a wall up. And it's easy to have that wall up when, especially as a black woman, you know, I don't want to play the race card or, oh, black woman this, black woman that, because everybody loves to talk about us and say we're overly sensitive. But the things that we experience in life is a bit different from everybody else. I saw a clip with Denzel Washington. If I can find it, I'm going to insert it into this video. But he was asked a question about the new movie coming out with, like, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan and this other young lady. I'm not super sure because she's not in a ton of movies, so I'm not super sure what her name is. But they're in a movie together, like a military movie. And he was asked, why did the movie need a, like, black director or something along those lines? And his response, I thought, was so well said. And what he said was, not verbatim, but along the lines of this, was it's not a race thing or something like that, but he said it's a culture thing.
Could a white director not have?
It's not color, it's culture.
Explain the difference, because I think we're
Steven
in a space
Spielberg
right
did Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences. You know, I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like.
Huh?
That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference. Right. So it's the culture.
If I have the clip, I'll show you all the clip, but that's not why I'm bringing this up. So he was just like, I'm sure this director could have directed this movie and did a great job, but it's certain things in the culture that director wouldn't know, which is why that movie was so great, if you get what I mean. So back to the movie he was talking about, he said black people, or some black people, most black people know what the smell, how the when a hot comb hits your head, like a fresh hot comb hits your head, and the smell of it. That's a culture thing. If you're not black and you don't use a hot comb, or if you've never been around anyone to use a hot comb, you wouldn't know what that smells like. You know what I mean? And it's so many different examples you can use, but I thought it was just so well put when he said it like that, because it's just like, it's not a race thing. It's just certain things you wouldn't understand. And I don't want to go super all in depth and all, you know, I don't want to go in too deep on this particular topic, but with black women, or just black people in general, but I'm speaking for black women because I am a black woman, that certain things we experience will be different than women of other races, and we're treated differently. We're held to a different standard, and you can, even from down to giving birth in hospitals, we're treated differently.
The United States has a problem with maternal mortality, and it is one that has been getting worse. As part of our ongoing series, Race Matters, Amna Nawaz looks at why it is dramatically worse among African American women. It's the focus of this week's segment, The Leading Edge.
And the statistics are stunning. Black infants are more than twice as likely to die than white infants, a racial disparity that's wider today than in 1850, 15 years before the end of slavery. And black women are 3 to 4 times as likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. For a closer look at what's behind those numbers, we turn now to Linda Villarosa.
Look it up, okay? Just look it up. And we are naturally going to have that wall up because people treat us differently. I'm using the word differently because I don't want to go all into all of that, because this isn't the video for that. If y'all want me to do a video on that, I actually did one, What's Wrong with Black Women, part 1 and 2, one of my most viewed videos actually. So go check that out. I don't know why everybody watched this part 2 and not part 1, but it's hard to get into part 2 if you didn't watch part 1. So if you do go ahead and check that out. Please watch part 1 first, you guys. Thank you. Shameless plug. So yeah, let me continue. I already added a little bit to contour, so that's what I'm doing now, you guys. But yeah, so I did that off camera on accident, so just bypass that. But all I did was, you know, do that and fill in, but I'm going to continue to do that now. So yeah, so it's natural for us to have a wall up, and some women are better dealing with that. They're better at dealing with that than others. And as I get older, I'm getting better with it. But when you have that wall up, it's hard to open up to people or trust people, you know, and not read into things like, oh, you're saying this because of this, you're saying this because of that, or you're trying to insult my intelligence. And again, I bring this up because if you perceive them as trying to either manipulate you or to humiliate you or undermine you, then that's going to determine how you act towards that person, or how the situation is going to go, or how the conversation could go in general. When you could just think, oh, you know, maybe they genuinely think I may not know, or they don't know what previous positions or previous places I was employed at. They don't know my history. They don't know my background. They don't know. So they're just treating it as if they're teaching me something, or this, that, and the third. But what I'm saying is, a lot of things you can't read too much into. So if you have the perspective as if this person is not meaning me any harm, imagine how different the outcome could be. Imagine how many doors would open for you if you just took the time to look on the bright side or to see the glass half full. And yes, is it easier said than done? Of course it is. A lot of things are. But the more you practice at it and the more you take the time to do it, the easier it gets. I see on YouTube all the time where everybody's making like vision boards and all that. And I'm actually an advocate for that. I think that that's a good idea. And it goes into what we were talking about at the beginning of the video about just having faith and knowing that what God has for you is for you. And vision boards, I think, is similar, kind of to remind you what you want to accomplish, you know, and what you're looking to succeed in or what you want coming in your life. So if you are constantly looking at that vision board and you're like, okay, well, I want this or I want that, I want this or I want that, then you kind of see those things coming into your life. You know that it's coming into your life. So that kind of plays into your faith. You know that I'm going to get these things. I see these things every day. And I know I'm going to get them. So when opportunities arise, your perspective is, well, I'm obviously going to get these things somehow. So whatever's coming into my life, that could be my ticket. You know how many people say it's not what you know, it's who you know? And y'all just don't even understand how important what we talking about today is. And it takes me so much energy and so much time just trying to redirect myself and redirect my mind to look on the brighter side of things. So I know I'm not just talking to y'all like, oh, it's so simple, just do it. I'm telling you why it's difficult, and I'm going to tell you all how to do it. We really about to get into it. And I don't want this video to be too long, so we're going to get into it, but we ain't really going to get all the way into it, okay? Got to go! That's what I'm saying. I'm slowly approaching finishing my makeup. So we're going to talk just a little bit more. I'm going to show you all my final look. And yeah. Boom, baby. I'm going to finish my eyebrows off camera because, like I said, I want this video to be too long. I will be back. All right, you guys, so I'm back with the final look. I feel like it's more than I normally do, but it's not bad. What you think? I don't think it's bad. Okay, so, oh, and I got some blue light glasses, you guys. What do you think? I think they're cute. Yeah, I think they're cute. And this is like a super long cardigan, you guys. I know I was giving teacher doing it. I just look so old when I did that. Okay. Either way. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and, since I give you all the final look, let's get into the final thoughts, okay? Let's go. All right, you guys. So let's get into the final thought. So I just want to say that your potential, your success, and your purpose is all tied into perspective. If you want to reach new heights, if you want to go above and beyond in your life, if you want to get everything on your vision board, if you have done a vision board, if you have not, maybe you should do one, who knows? But if you want to be the best version of yourself, and I say this in so many Makeup and the Messages because that's what we all strive to be, right? Right? If you want to do that, it's all in perspective. You're only as good as what you think you are. You're only as successful as who you think you are. Think about it. Multi-millionaires, people with the best-selling products and best businesses. It all started from somewhere. And they had to have even a mustard seed of faith to achieve it. If you don't have faith in yourself, why should anybody else? And if you perceive that everybody is looking to mess you over or do you wrong, then you're not making room for the people that God is sending in your life. It takes a village, not just to raise a child, okay? That's all I'm saying. You got to know that it's more to life than just getting by and just looking over your shoulder. Now, definitely take heed and not let people mess over you or just let any and everybody in your life, because I'm the queen of cutoffs, okay? Like, my old friends know best. My exes know best. When it's done for me, okay? But that doesn't mean it's not good people out here. So give people an opportunity, you know, but no, you'll know them by their fruits. If they're not right, you'll know they're not right. But let's just try. Let's do this little exercise. Let's just try to look on the bright side of everything. It sounds simple, but we'll see. Take it, like, put in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. If someone says something to make you mad, you drive and look on the bright side. Look on the bright side of everything. You could be in a car and somebody cuts you off. You know, maybe I was going a little too fast. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm going a little too slow. Maybe I just missed something in the road just from that second of time they took off my commute. Dang, that lady was rude. You know what? Who knows how her day's been going? Well, who knows what's going on in her life? Because you would be shocked at what people go through. The same people you're envious of or you think is living the best life. You don't know how they got where they got. You don't know what they had to do to get what they got. I'm not going to go into, I'm not going to talk too much, but because I got to go. But yeah, let's just try and look on the bright side of everything, you know, and then just tell me how it goes. Tell me if it was hard. Tell me if it was easy. You know, tell me if it just improved your mood, improved your day. Let's talk about it. But yeah, if you all made it this far, I thank you. And go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to. And it's free. Notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you all for the next video. Bye.